Alright guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to wrap a coil for the Subtank Mini rebuildable section. We're going to get down close and I'm going to show you how I do it and what I usually pretty much vape when I'm vaping the Subtank Mini. When I'm using the rebuildable, I don't really use the stock coils anymore. They just get too expensive. It's a lot cheaper to use the rebuildable option, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how I wrap my coils, and we'll do it step by step. We're going to take it down close and let's do this. Alright guys, let's go ahead. Oops, sorry about that, I'm bumping the camera. Alright, here is our Coolfire 4. I'm using this because it has the most accurate ohms reader I have, and here is our rebuildable for the Subtank Mini. So all we got to do is go ahead and take that top cap off. It unscrews. Okay, and here's our jack. And there's going to be 2 screws. Just go ahead and unscrew those a little bit. Don't have to take them out, just leave them unscrewed. And what you're going to need, if you have a Subtank Mini, they do come with these little blue screwdrivers. So go ahead and grab that, and you're going to need, of course, Kanthal wire. I have 26 gauge Kanthal wire here. So what we're going to do is just grab a piece and use wire cutter, kids. Don't use scissors like me. Be smart and use the right tools, because I've ruined a couple pairs of scissors. Oops, and there I go, knocking stuff over. Alright, so let's go ahead and put this away. Sorry, I gotta wrap this up right or else it freaking goes haywire and gets wire freaking everywhere. So, alright, so now we got our piece of wire here. And you don't need much. And I'm going to try to shoot for a 0.4 resistance coil. So how I'm going to do that is in my wraps. A lot of people I've noticed for like their coils, they'll wrap so many wraps trying to shoot for that resistance, but I noticed with when you wrap your leads, that adds wraps to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to wrap it 3 times around the screwdriver, and then our leads are going to be that extra wrap, which will make it 4 wraps. So take your little blue screwdriver, take your wire here, leave the end of it kind of right there. And you're going to hold it right up against the base of that screwdriver right here with your thumb and hold it really tight, and then you're going to take your extra wire and just wrap it just like that. There's 1, 2, and 3. So that's all we're going to do is 3 little wraps, and we're going to pull it down, kind of make it straight. And the reason we're only going to do 3 is because with this extra piece that hangs down here, we're actually going to push up and around to make that lead, and that's going to cause this to have another wrap. So now from this point we just mash this down against the base of the screwdriver like that. Okay, and there you are. You have 4 wraps around the little screwdriver. Now hopefully this will come up at least a high 0.4, a low, or a 0.5 resistance coil. So now at this point we're going to leave it on the screwdriver and we're going to get our deck. And I have a backup little screwdriver here just in case. Now when we put these leads inside these channels, we want them from the underside. Don't put them on the overside. Make sure they're coming on the other side, and we're just going to slip that in next to the screw there in the channels, just like so. Make sure your coil is as straight as possible, and you want it right over that air hole. But so we'll go ahead and tighten this down. It looks like it's about good here. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and just push this down because we want it as low as we can get without covering up that air hole. And now we just slide the screwdriver out, and there it is. So we want this to glow from the inside out. If not, we cannot use it. Safety first, people. Alright, it is glowing from the inside out. So now we got to wick this. Alright, so this is pretty simple stuff, guys. Just take some cotton. Let's get this out of the way. Take some cotton and we're going to cut some off the end here, and we don't need much at all. Less is always more when it comes to cotton. You only need a little bit because these are tiny little coils. And you want them to slide through with a little bit of, grip to it, but you just want it to slide through and flow nicely. So just twist the end there like that, slip it through the coil. See, sometimes you're gonna have to twist it a little better. I just get impatient. Alright, so it's in there. Let's grab the end of it if you can. Woohoo, we got it. So there should be some tug to it, but it should slide right through there nice. Leave about that much. Then we're gonna clip this off because we got it all nasty with our fingers by rolling it up. Alright, just like that. And now take this top off the top cap. Okay, and we're just going to grab our cotton and kind of lift it up and slip this over the top of it and screw it down. Okay, now you can take an extra piece of wire, just kind of tuck that cotton down in there. You don't want to pack it down, you don't want it tight in there, but just kind of get it down in there. And where the channels are for your juice to flow in here on the sides of the tank here and on the other side, you're going to want to pull that away from the wall and leave a little gap there. It's going to allow the juice to flow in and not be clogged, and that way you're not going to get dry hits or have a problem with your cotton wicking up. Alright, so that's pretty much that. So we're going to go ahead and grab some of our... Oops, I keep dropping everything. I'm sorry. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put some juice on this wick. Pull off the crap that it picked up on the floor. Alright, so now that that's all getting soaked, let's go ahead and try to fire it. And it's not firing again, of course, because it's being very finicky. Which is very frustrating. Alright, so see, it is firing. Guess I just didn't have the screws tight enough. Make sure, looks like you got to make sure those screws are nice and tight in there, or else it's not gonna, you're gonna have some issues with it. It's not firing, it's not getting a good connection. Alright, so now we just pop that top cap back on. Like so. Grab our tank, do the old filleroo. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little more Yummy Bear in here because I have a little bit in there, but I vaped all of it today. So let's go ahead and put it back on. Alright, so I popped it back open. It looks like the deck just wasn't screwed in tight enough, so I went and tightened it a little bit, and it looks like it's firing just fine now. Looks like I was having issues with shit being tight. Make sure your screws are tight and all your stuff is tight, or it won't fire. But it seems to be firing now just fine, and it is reading at the 0.48, which looks like it originally was. I just didn't have everything tight enough. Now it's at a 0.49. So we did get that 0.4 coil like we wanted to, and look, it's jumping to a 0.5. So between 0.4 and 0.5 is not bad. You know, it does vape well. So that's how I wrap my coils. I usually don't have an issue like I did today, but you know, it just wrapped around a screwdriver. You can use any tiny screwdriver like this. It really don't matter. But just wrap it around a few times, mash it up against the base, wick it up like I showed you. And that's how you wrap coils for the Subtank Mini base. It's really easy, guys. I mean, with practice, you get better and better at it. I'm still relatively new at it. Before I even shot the video, if you can notice, I practiced on a few, and I think that's maybe why I didn't have good connection, because I was messing around with it before I shot the video. But now that it's all connected and tight, everything seems to be working fine. So excuse the issues in that. Alright, let's go back up. I'll show you how she vapes, and we'll go from there. Wow, back up top, guys. Alright guys, so that's how I wrap the coils for my Subtank Mini. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties. I was having problems with my screws being tight enough and just the deck itself not being tight enough in the base. That's why it was really finicky when firing, but everything seems to be working fine now. This has wicked up a little bit. I'll go ahead and show you how it vapes and it is reading at a 0.47 now. So you know the ohms are going to jump a little bit. That's just what happens when you get a really accurate ohms reader. You know, the more it fires, the more the wire gets, you know, warped a little bit, so it is going to change. So you can't get a spot on coil that's going to stay there. That's just, you know, the nature of the game. But we'll go ahead and give you one. I got it here at it'll be 26 watts. So I'll show you how she does on the Coolfire 4 at 26 watts with the rebuildable, that coil that you just saw me wrap. So vapes like a beast. I'll go ahead and pop this up to 30. If you're looking for big clouds where you don't have to do long draws, this is definitely going to be where you want to be. There you go. So there it is. That's how you rebuild on your Subtank Mini deck. This is my first build video. It's going to have technical difficulties and all that shit. Anyway. Also, I did want to update you guys a little bit. Yokan contacted me. I had an email this morning. They are going to send me a product that they want some feedback on, and then after they, you know, get all the feedback, they're going to make the final product, and they're going to send me one for review. So, you know, I'm going to unbox it, and I'll show you guys on video, you know, what they send me. I'm kind of excited. I've never had a company contact me before. This is the first company that actually has contacted me. I didn't even, you know, reach out to them or anything like that. I haven't really been reaching out to many companies at all because, you know, my low subscriber count. But, you know, someone did contact me. They primarily are a dry herb and wax company, but they are getting into the e-liquids and things like that. They do have a new tank out. If you want to go check that out, I'll go ahead and throw a link down here where you can go check that out. But when they do email me back, they asked me if I wanted to do it, and I said yes, and I gave them my info. So I am waiting for a response for them. We'll see what happens. So that is a little bit exciting. I am glad this channel is paying off, and that means that, you know, I am helping some people out there. So, you know, for the new subscribers, welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoyed the Subtank Mini rebuild video. I know a lot of you wanted to see that and want to know how everybody wraps their coils. You know, that's how I do it. It's very simple. Normally I don't have that many problems, and when I'm not trying to record the damn thing, it is a lot easier. You know, I don't have a camera right here in front of me and I'm looking around it. So with that being said, I'll give you one for the road on that coil I wrapped. Just look for that Yokan unboxing when I do finally throw it up. Keep sending me them logos for that logo contest. I have gotten a couple. I have not received any more, so I can't throw any at the end of this video. Oh well, shit happens. Send them to the email down there. Go check it out. So go ahead and send me your entries to the email down here in the description box, and we'll throw them up at the end of the videos. That way everybody can see them and see how awesome of an artist you guys are. So, one for the road. I'm out of here.